Hello everyone, welcome back to Z Computer Lessons. Today we are answering this final part of our series. This is day 3 or part 6 in this case of our 2017 practical exam, the grade 9 practical exam paper 2. So this is our final question. I think you have learned a lot if you have made it so far, and I'm really proud of you all. If you haven't, I recommend you watching all those videos. I think you are going to find very useful information. And if you have been following along, you shouldn't have any problems with answering these questions. And this is just a repetition of what we have been looking at so far. So for those that haven't watched all the previous videos, you can also learn from this one, but I highly recommend you doing that. So without wasting any of your time, let us begin answering this question. So we are using Microsoft Excel for this question 2 of the day 3. So let us answer the questions. So the first question is saying open a new worksheet and change the page layout to landscape. So let us locate Microsoft Excel. So this is Excel 2016. We just have to left click it and the program should be able to open. Now that the program is opened, all we have to do is open the blank workbook. So we just click on the blank workbook and a new workbook has been created for us. We have been told the first thing is to change the layout. So go on the page layout, the layout tab, and change the orientation to landscape. But before we click on landscape, I want you to observe something here. Have you seen this dotted line here? So whatever content will be in this worksheet, when it's inside this area, it's basically one page. So this is page 1. So when we have content that is in this side of our worksheet, this is page 2 and so on. So as you can see, page 1 is ending here at I, at the cell address I here. This is where the page 1 will be ending. But if I change the orientation to landscape, this dotted line will move from here to M to reach this side, so the widget will be wider. So that's what landscape page orientation does. It makes the page wide horizontally, then narrow vertically. So let me click it and you will be able to see this dotted line move from I and it will be here at M. So the width basically will increase, and this is ideal, especially if you want to create something that is long. Have you seen this dotted line? It has moved from I to M. So this now gives us a wide space to work at or to work with. So let us save our work first. Go on the Files tab and hit Save As if you're saving for the first time, and I'll save on my desktop. I'll just name this my name. If you haven't been told the specific name to name your file or your workbook, just name it anything that will be easy for you to remember. So let us go to the next part of the question. Type your name, examination number, school center name in the header. So let us do that. You can do this actually. There are 2 methods. Have you seen this when you go below here in the page layout? You can click on the page layout here and it will bring a provision for you to enter your header. So now as you can see, it has brought this layout. You can use this to enter a header. All you have to do is click on add header and you are warm and dry. So let me write or type my name. Okay, now that I've typed my name, add a space to separate my name from the exam number. So 2017, center number 1, 2, 3, 4. And just any digits, 4 digits will do at the end. add a space, then I'm going to write the school. So let me just write by the way, you may be wondering, why do I like to type this same school, secular secondary school? Because it's the high school that I completed my secondary education. So in case you are wondering, I don't know why I'm sharing this. But anyways, after doing that, just click anywhere and your work shall be saved. If you want to make any changes, just click in the header and you'll be able to make any changes from there. For now, there are no changes. Everything is absolutely fine. It's pristine as possible. So yeah, so let us go back below here and change the view to normal. And when we change the view to normal, we can continue and carry out our work. So let us go to the next part of the question. Next part of the question says type the data as shown in the worksheet below. So this is the data that has been given to us or presented to us, and we have to enter this in our worksheet. So as you can see, the first row has nothing, so we shouldn't write anything or type anything. Then the second row has got items January, February, March, April up to June. So let us do that. So in the cell address A2, this is where we begin from. So let us press the caps lock button in the on the keyboard and type items. Is it item or items? Yeah, it's item. Then you press the tab button to go to the adjacent or next item or cell. Then we type Jan. So now this is an interesting part for those that are not familiar with Excel. Okay, so Excel is so smart such that it's able to detect that you're trying to type the months. So instead of us typing January, February, March, we're going to do something the Z way. Okay, smart as possible. So all you have to do is take your cursor at the bottom right of your cell, your active cell, this cell that is highlighted in a green color. The cursor will change to a plus icon. That is a sign that you can start to do some magic here. So now click and drag. As you can see, it's displaying February, March, April, May, June. Have you seen what we have done there? This is now us trying to show the world that this is how we do stuff. This is how we work things in spreadsheet. So this is how you should impress your friends or your teacher or whoever. Okay. So this is what we want. So in cell H2, this is cell H2, this cell here. First of all, let us save. Click on Control S, and our work shall be saved. Yeah. So as our work is being saved, we have been told in cell H2, this is cell H2, to type average. So let us do that. Average. Okay, and hit enter or save. So let us save our work, going on the files tab and hitting save, and our work shall be saved. As simple as that. Okay, now that we have entered our data and saved our work, let us go to the next part of the question. It says that we need to type printer, modem, router, and all that stuff. We already know how to enter the data, so I'm going to skip to this whole part and I'm going to show you the complete worksheet. 4 4 8 2 2 2. Okay, we have entered our data. The only thing that we have been left to do, first of all, let us hit save, Control S, in cell A9. This is cell A9, this cell here. So this is cell A9, cell A9. So this cell A9, we need to type number of items. So let us do that. So let us type number of items. Number. So number of items. By the way, by now you should be already familiar that what we should do when the text is overlapping into another cell, we just right click on the cell or row number and go on format cells. And when you do that, the power is given unto you. You can do whatever you want with the alignment of the text. So under the text control, we want to wrap our text. So it's okay, and your text will go below instead of going in another cell. That is excellent work. If you're following along, make sure to hit that like option and subscribe if you haven't. Yeah. So let us go to the next part. We have done all the entering and the typing of data. Let us go to question C, part 1. Format the text alignment of cell range A2 to G2 to 45 degrees. So this is A2. So this is A2 to G2. So to G2. This is G2. So we have been told to change the text alignment to 45 degrees. So all you have to do is click on the row number and go on format cell, and here on the orientation, have you seen under the alignment option here in the orientation, we are able to see a section that says degrees. So if you want, you can just click this option here. So this is these start from 0, then they increment by 40 degrees, so 0 plus 45, they increment by 45, so 0 plus 45, this is 45 plus 45, this is 90. So if you want, you can click here. If you want, you can use these arrows, or you can just enter the value 45. After doing that, you may hit OK and see what happens in the cell address. Have you seen? So now we have made a problem slightly. We haven't been told to select the entire row. We have only been told to select A2 to H2. All you have to do now is drag from A2 to G2. After doing that, you can go on the alignments here in the alignments and click on this icon. After doing that, go on where it's saying orientations. As you can see, this is the orientation section under the alignments options here. So you can choose 3 ways of entering your numbers, or the degree or the angle. You can use these arrows to go up or down, or you can click on these that look like indicators here. So they increment by 45. So this is 0 plus 45 is 45, 45 plus 45 is 90, as you can see from here. Or alternatively, you can just enter a number. For example, you just type 45 and it should be shown to you. Okay, that's one way of doing this. Then you hit OK. As you can see, your text have now changed the angles to 45 degrees. So we have answered that part of the question, and we have scored a mark. So question 2 of question C part 2, it says that type the title computer equipment bought from Jan to June in cell A1. So this is cell A1, and we should type what has been given to us. So what has been given to us, we have been told to type computer equipment bought from Jan to June. So computer equipment with a capital letter E, bought from Jan to June. Okay, let me just check if we have typed as we have been given. Okay, so this button from, okay, yeah, we have typed our work. Now as you can see, it's overlapping. So this is why in the first place we were told to make the page layout and change it into landscape, because this is going to be wide. Our worksheet is going to be wide, and if it was in portrait, we could have the problem whereby our worksheet ends in here. It ends on I, and we will have 2 pages instead of 1. So now that we have this extra space because we changed it earlier to landscape, there's no problem with that. Okay, so all you have to do to fix this overlapping issue is double tap in the cell address, the column, and you should be able to fix the width. Yeah, as you can see, the width is fixed. If you want, you can do it as precisely as you want by just dragging it, but I'm just comfortable with the way it is. So yeah, so this is our work. So let us remember always to hit the Control S to save our work, and that way our data will be protected and freed from the RAM. Okay, now that we have done all that stuff, let us go to the next part of the question. The next part of the question says, change the font attribute of the title to italic. So all we have to do for that is go in the fonts group of the home tab and go where it says, first of all, by clicking the cell address or the title address, then we go where it says italic and click it, and the attribute of our title will change to italic. So let us go back. What else have we been told to do? In question 4, we have been told to type the formula in cell H3. So this is H3. So this is cell H3. We've been told to, so this is cell H3. So we have been told to type a formula in cell H3 to calculate the average number of printers bought over 6 months. So let us do that by going back in Excel. Okay. So to find the average, all we have to do first of all is press the keyboard equal to sign. By doing that, we tell Excel that we want to do some computations. After doing that, let me show you from the formula bar. We need to type the function average. So average, press enter. So type average. So let us type average. Okay, after doing that, open the brackets by pressing the keyboard button, the open bracket. Then we select the values, the range of values. So let us start from the cell address B3 to G3, because that's what we have been given in the paper. As you can see, we should enter the formula to calculate the average, okay, in cell H3. So for the printers, so since we are only dealing with the printer, in the first 6 months. So this is the first month, January up to June, so which is a total of 6 months. After doing that, we had the closing bracket and hit enter, and you'll be able to see the average number of printers bought for the first 6 months. So let us go to the next part of the question. The next part of the question is telling us to replicate the formula from H3 through to H7. So this is H3 and this is H7. So by replicating, it means we just copy whatever we did here and do it to the rest of the cells. So we are smarter than that. We can't do it cell by cell by cell. We do it the Z way. So take your cursor at the bottom right of this active cell and drag it, and it will be able to calculate the average for the rest of the items. So hit your keyboard shortcut Control S to save your work, and when you do that, your work will be saved. Okay, let us answer the second part of the question. Question 6. Question 6 says delete column F. So let us delete column F. Column F, this is column F, the main column. So let us delete it by taking our cursor on that column and right clicking it and hitting the delete option. So we have deleted the column, and now we are only left with January, February, March, April, and we have skipped May because we have deleted it, and we are now on we're just left with 5 months. We're now just left with 5 months, so 1 mark for that. So let us go to the next part of the question. Question 7 says in cell B9, so this is cell B9. Where is it? B9. This is cell B9 here. We have been told to type a function to find the total number of items bought using the cell range A3 to A7. Let us do that. So to find the number of items bought, we do not have to use the function called sum. Sum only applies to numeric values. You can't add text. Okay, you can't add printer plus modem. No, Excel doesn't know how to do that. Only numbers. If you do that, you will have the returning value 0. Okay, for example, let me show you. So if you use that approach and press equal to sign and go on the formula bar, let me show you, and hit sum, use the open and close brackets, then in the middle you hold your shift mouse or you hold your shift keyboard button and drag these values and press OK. Have you seen what is happening? You are resulting in 0 because these are not digits or numeric values. This is text. You can't add text. Okay, so what you need to do instead is delete this sum part and type count. So you type count, and after doing that you hit enter. Okay, let me just figure this out first. So this is why this won't work. So to do that the proper way, all we have to do is to count. Okay, so type count, but this is not the ordinary counting you are used to, because counting again only counts numbers or values. So we need to select the function count A. So what this does, it counts the number of cells in a range that are not empty. So this means that they can be numbers or letters, whatever is in there, it counts. So if we do that, we should be able to see a 5 because these cells are not empty. There is printer inside this cell, the data is everywhere in this cell. So if you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we have 5 here. So we have scored another mark. hit Control S, your keyboard shortcuts, to save your work, and let us go to the next part of the question. Question 8 says that using column A and H only, create an exploding pie chart and category name and percentage attribute to the pie chart. So you should do that. So let us start small by small. Let us approach this problem using cells. You're using column A and H only. So this is column A, which is column A. This is column A, and this is column H. But there is nothing in column H, because we were told to delete column F. So I think the examiner has messed up on this one. We were told to delete column F. Okay, to solve this problem, I have an option. Let us insert here, because we recently deleted the column that contained May, so we no longer have data in H. So all we have to do to solve this problem is right click and go on insert. So this will insert another column, and as you can see, the data is back in H as we want it. So hit Control S to save your work. We have been told that we should only use the cell H, the column H, and the column A, as you can see from the questions, column A and H only, to create an exploding pie chart. So let us insert the chart. So to do that, go on the Insert tab. Then we locate our charts group on our ribbon. Click on this drop down list where it says pie chart, and click on this 2D pie chart. Let us create space so that we can later select our data more clearly. So for now we are not able to see our data. That is because we haven't selected our data. So to do that, we right click in this option, in this area, then select data. Click on select data. Then we need to add our series, this part. Okay, so go on add and create the series by clicking on this icon and dragging this and hitting enter. After doing that, let us select the series values by clicking this icon here and going in H, the column H, and hitting the enter and going on OK. So now, as you can see, our pie chart has the necessary information. So now, instead of our pie chart below here to be showing 1, 2, 3, let us change our category or access labels by going on the edit option here and clicking on this option that will enable us to add data. So hold your left mouse button and click and drag this part and hit enter. And now you're able to see from below that our printer, modem, router, scan, and speaker are respectively highlighted. Click on OK and click on OK again. So as you can see, our data is there. So we have been actually told to do one more thing, and that is to add category name and percentage attributes on the pie chart. So let us do that. To do that, all we have to do is take our cursor on top of this pie chart and click it, and right click it. You'll be able to see what something that says add data labels. Go on add data callouts. So as you can see now, it's showing us the categories, which is the speaker, the printer, the the router, and it's also showing us the percentage values. So now, what have we been told to do? If you go back to the question, we have been told to click where it says show formulas. So let us go back to Excel and go on the formula tab and go where it says in the formula auditing, where it says show formulas. Left click there and it should be able to show formulas in cells that contain formulas. Have you seen here and here? The reason why the examiners want us to show formulas is because sometimes learners may tend to cheat instead of for example here where we had number of items, we had a 5. Instead of the learner typing this formula, he can type just the digit 5, and since this will be printed on paper, the examiner won't know if that was the actual computation done or he just typed the number 5 he copied. Okay, so this is why we have been told to click on add or show formulas. So now what you need to do, since the last part is saying that print your worksheet, let us do just some basic cleanup by just dragging our cells, shrinking them. Okay, we don't want to take up more space than needed. I think that is it. So now I'm going to show you two methods of printing our work. If you want to print your individual chart, just click it and go on the files tab and go on print. And when you do that, the only thing that will be printed is your chart, as you will be able to see from our preview here. Let us just give it a moment. Have you seen? It's only showing the graph. But if you want to print your entire worksheet, just click on the worksheet and go on the files tab and go on print. That way everything, the worksheet and the chart, will be printed in unison all together on a single paper. So that's what we want to do, as you can see. So you can see that it's not looking nice. Let us just drag the chart to fit here and we'll call it a day. So let us do that by just dragging this and taking it to the center slightly. Let me take it slightly. And as you can see, when I print this, our page will cut. So let us just shrink our cells. So as you can see, our data is now fitting in this confinement, this space. Yeah. So now we can just drag this and print our work. So let us check it from the print preview by going on print. And you are able to see your entire data. So this is what we have been able to achieve, as easy as that. So yeah, that's it. If you want, you can do basic cleanup, but for now this is okay. So let me just show you how this will look like on a page or plain paper by converting it into PDF. So immediately as you are done with this, all you have to do is print it. It's the print command here. I've done some basic cleanup, just to make our work look neat as possible. Yes, and I have removed this title. We don't need it, by pressing the delete key on our keyboard. And yeah, so this is what I've managed or been able to do. So now, after going on the files tab and converting it into PDF by exporting and converting into PDF, let me save it as a Chilofia preview so that I can show you how it looks like, and go and publish. By the way, you don't have to do this during the exam. All you have to do is just print. This is just for me to show you what it will look like, the final piece and all that stuff out of Excel. So this is our work. So this is what we will be able to see when we print our document on a plain paper or any material. So this is our final work. We have created this worksheet, and we also created this chart. So yeah, our work here is done. So thank you so much. If you followed along up to part 6, you have learned a lot from these practical questions, and you shouldn't have any challenges going forward. I hope to create more videos like this, the 2018 practicals, 1920 up to the current examination, or the previous one, which was in 2023. So make sure you like this channel, subscribe to it, share to it. Want as many people as possible to access these sort of lessons, and this will allow a lot of pupils and learners, not just learners, anyone who wants to work out how to use Excel, to greatly benefit them. So I will greatly appreciate if you share to your loved ones, your children, and all that stuff, and make this learning of computer studies a pleasant subject as possible. So thank you so much, and yeah, hope to see you in the next video, in the next release. Make sure that you comment if there are any changes, or you want to talk about something to emphasize on a certain area. Feel free to give us your feedback, and we'll be able to improve or do something different. I don't know, just give us your suggestions, and thank you so much. Have a wonderful and pleasant learning.